In the last section, we finished up our first time deployment process. Now at the end of the video, I know I said that we're going to start working on our first feature, but you know what? I realized we might as well just talk right now how we do additional deployments in the future. So now that we've committed and deployed for the very first time, how do we deploy again after we made some change to our code base? So in practice, it ends up being pretty straightforward. Let's make some arbitrary change to our code base just to say, hey, we changed something. So I'm going to flip back over to my index.js file inside my code editor. I'm going to find the line that says res.send, and I'm going to change the contents of this object to be by buddy. You know, what the heck? You can change it to whatever you want. Absolutely anything. Doesn't matter. Just change it to something else. After we make that change, we will then go through the process to deploy our application again. So from here on out, this is what you will do in the future to redeploy your application. First, we're going to make sure that every single file inside of our code editor is completely saved. If you're using Atom, you can always check by looking up at the tab at the top, and you'll notice if I have not saved the file, you'll see that little blue circle right there. And so when I save the file, it changes back to an X. So it works the same way on Sublime, and I think it works the same way on VS Code as well. But anyways, just make sure that every single file is saved. Next, we'll change back over to our code editor. We're going to make sure that we are still inside of our server directory. We will then inspect all the different files that we have waiting to be committed to Git. So I'll run the command git status, and I should see all the different files that I've changed appear on the screen. And so right now I've changed the index.js file, and so it's listing as being modified. I will then add that file by writing git add dot. I will commit the file by running git add commit -im, and then a commit message, of which I will use changed greeting. And then I should see something that says, okay, commit complete, we're good to go. Now we will actually do the deployment over to Heroku by running the command git push Heroku master, just like we did the first time. So we'll run this command, and when we do, we'll then see all the same output that we had seen previously. So the caching build, installing node modules, node versions, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. And then after everything is done, we can again verify that there were no errors during deployment by running the command Heroku logs. Now, running Heroku logs, remember, this is not a required step. It is just something we can run to say, hey, did anything go wrong? So when I run that, you'll see something that says like, okay, starting command with npm start. Here's the command we executed, and it looks like we are now up and running. So I can then run Heroku open again and verify that the deployment was successful. And so I should now see on the screen, by buddy, or essentially whatever my change was. Okay, so that's pretty much it. That's how we do follow-up deployments in the future. Remember, you make your change, you save your files, you run git add dot, git commit, and then git push. So now that we know how to do follow-up deployments in the future, let's take a pause and actually start working on the next feature, I promise this time, inside the next section. So I'll see you in just a second.